Well, my name is Sandy. I am a deaf interpreter. I'm a deaf interpreter in the state of California. And how it works and how I work with my team with feeding is, well, I'm deaf, so I can't hear, obviously. My team can hear. My team is hearing, and they can hear what is being said. So they take what is being said and then they feed me the information. And what that means, what feeding means, is they're providing me with the information that's being said, but then I take that information and I put it into the native sign language. So I sign for the deaf community who, that ASL is our first language. So I let them know all that information that happened. I put all that information into a clear message for them to see in that native language. And then with that, and the information does spread. So them being able to see me sign into the native language is allowed to spread the information. And feeding doesn't mean I'm being fed food. That's not what feeding means. Feeding means that we are providing the information from one source to the other. And so, example, feeding the information from the hearing interpreter to the deaf interpreter. It's just providing information in a smooth way.
Thank you so much. And earlier, Sandy, you had mentioned that one of the problems when you're interpreting for news broadcasts is that the interpreter, the signer, is only on half of the screen. Can you share why that is such a big problem for the deaf community?
So there is a big reason why that's a problem. I had met with one of the major TV stations, and I asked the cameraman, can you move the camera so you can see me entirely? And the cameraman's like, well, I have to talk to my boss first. I can't just do it. And they have to follow what their boss had originally set up, and if they don't, they could get fired. And really, that's not fair for the interpreter not to be on the TV, being seen fully. Like, if you can only see half of me, that's not equal access. That's not fair. And they thought the reason they didn't want the interpreter on the full screen is because they thought the interpreter was going to steal the show from the topic and the news channel. So they didn't want that to happen, and that's why they didn't have me on the screen. They had half of me.